last week, it's easy, 3 points, right?
Yeah, teacher, I find that I really, I don't know why, I really enjoy this exercise. And I feel like this new path, you know, from the back to the front and then up,
Yeah.
It feels very comfortable, very comfortable.
And you have more, say, strength, more power.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
From the movement, yes, definitely yes. From the back, right? Yes. So make you more power. Yeah. See, that's exactly because so now we again see I really like the design of this step by step. So we build up a very strong base in our dantian. And dantian, the front, say the qihai side, is comfortable and we don't need to even think, become a second nature or autopilot. Now we go to the back, is less traveled territory. But then the movement, based on the name, the life gate, there's a significance about that point. So when you go there, that has really opened the gate, and that has more strong, say, qi that we used to be not cultivated. So now we can just add more. So see, like there's a treasure there, and we never dig it up. Now we open it up. We say, oh, a lot of treasure there, and treasure means a lot of qi, or say the strength there. And then if you can bring that, come here, yes, definitely, it's yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, if we just directly go there, because we don't have the base, and our mind, our E is not that strong, and we cannot direct the qi, and you go there, you won't feel anything. But now we have two things. One, our E is pretty strong, and we really can direct our qi. Secondly, our qi base is very solid. Now you do this, you'll get that. Yes, good. Yeah, like that. Any questions, Eugene?
Yeah, I found this one to be good because there was some challenge for me to make sure the breathing is happening at the right time with the focusing. So I kept wanting to do the flowing and the clenching the anus while breathing in, because that's what we're kind of feels natural. That's what we've been doing a lot. So sometimes I wouldn't switch. So it was challenging to kind of make sure the sequence is right, but definitely took more practice. So by Friday, I was already, okay, this is getting comfortable. But the other part I noticed after I got comfortable was initially I was focusing on that spot around this big of an area, right? So like more than a quarter. And then I started trying to focus on a point.
Yes.
Very different feeling.
Yes. Good. Yes. See, that's another thing. So see, once you can really direct your mind to concentrate on that point, right? So it's like something that there's a lot of power in just a very small part, right? Small point. Yes. Yeah. That's good. And the other thing is, actually, it's a good point. Is yes, this is the less traveled area, or say path. You definitely need a lot more concentration. Used to be, see, believe me, in the very beginning, you are very concentrated because you just even the basics is inhale, expand the ab and waist and the kidney. You have to think a lot in order to achieve that. Now you just use just slightly, and then you got it. And so you don't really have 100% concentrate. You say, okay, I can do that. But now this one is you cannot take that easy. You really have to concentrate. Otherwise, you will go to some your come and go area, so more or less autopilot to the, say, to the front, or so yes, you really have to think hard or say concentrate, and that's another level for you to, you already know how to concentrate, and then you up here, now you need a lot of more concentration. So it's a step by step, and yes, so now your concentration is up to the level you really can pinpoint. Remember I mentioned that pinpoint, or say later on the path, you can become narrower and narrower because your mind is very strong in order to, you can move things, move your chi easily, or say strongly. Good point. That's another, yeah.
And especially once I started focusing on a point, I found there's a little bit of a challenge there, because the natural thing is to try to gather it, but we're trying to pass but a single point. So you have to do that, but also at the same time consciously keep that kind of relaxed, right?
Yes.
Which is, you have to keep the balance.
Yes.
That was an interesting feeling.
Yeah, because it's similar, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering is good, but gathering is limited. This passing is unlimited. That's why I say get as much as possible. It's how much? As much as possible, because it can just keep going there. So that's the major difference. But in the beginning, beginning is what are you talking about? So now, when you start feeling and this, you can feel the nuance. Then you know, oh, actually this is different, very different. Yeah, good. Any other questions? Okay, then we can do today's. Today's stepwise. It's very straightforward. We call it eye spirit, or say 眼神. So in Chinese, the direct translation, we say this eye has a spirit. Because see, if I'm looking in the front, then suddenly I become very dull. I'm spacing out. You can see that my eye have no spirit, become very dull. Or it seems I'm looking backwards, empty. But see here, when I'm open my eyes and I really stare at someone. In fact, all of you in my computer, right? See, you can see that I have something different. That's what we call the spirit. Okay, so we want to get the eyes spirit more stronger. How do we do that? Inhale from first pole along the back, the governor meridian, up to the back of your head. Don't need to even say the point. There's a point, but I found that it's not that important. Just back of the head, or say directly back of your eyes, that area. That's the first half of the inhaling. Then second half, the inhaling, you're doing inhale press on your ab, but then your E, move your chi, go to your eyes. You don't need to change the opening, the size of your eyes. Just still, like we say, it's half closed. But if you really can get that, you will see clearly. The clear is not the, prescription change. It's, so when you see that, even the same thing, like you see the prescription or the test of the prescription, sometimes even you can see it, but it's not clear. It's like you have foggy, but clear. To make it not foggy. Try it. Then exhale, then go back the same route. Thin, long, relax, and smooth. Any questions before we try it? Okay.
One more time, please.
One more time, please. Okay, good. Inhaling the E, moving our chi from South Pole along the back, the governor meridian, Dumai, keep going up to the back of your head. Back of your head. So that's the probably pointy place. And then second half of inhaling, use your E, move your chi from here, go directly to your eyes. Inside your, say if this is, you're facing that way, so you're here, then you're going to your two eyes. Inhaling press, meaning your lower dantian needs to tighten a little bit, anus tighten of course, and the inhaling needs to be a little faster, a little stronger, a little. That's inhaling press. This is refresh. A little faster, a little stronger, a little, or say make it smooth. Once you finish the inhale and then exhale, go back along the same route. There.
Question.
Yeah.
The E, when we are talking about the eyes, are we having it go, like, I usually feel like there's a way to kind of focus on the surface or focus on flowing out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So from here, the back of the head, the second half of the inhaling, you go inside your head, right? You go this way, sort of like the press. See, when we inhaling press here, we just press. So here, more or less we press.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? You think of press. Don't think of going out or going from here. You will press. Press your eyeball.
Yep.
Try it. Okay. Agnes, you need to unmute. You unmute.
When you mentioned about because the E, the chi from the back of your head,
Yes,
then
yes.
you go directly, little bit press to your both of your eyes.
Yes.
When you say that, you also mentioned about lower dantian.
Yes.
Does that mean when we do this E and the motion from the back of head to the eye, in the meantime, we tighten anus in the dantian area? Is that, I didn't get that.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so good. So I'm assuming usually that when I say inhaling, your lower ab gonna expand. When I say exhaling, your lower ab gonna contract and your tighten a little bit. That's the Qigong, right? Not the Qigong. So very gradually. So that's a base. When I say inhale, is and I think everybody is automatically doing that. That's why when the first half of the inhaling, your E, moving your chi along your back to the South Pole, along the back of the governor meridian back to your back of the head. I didn't even say anything, but I should say that your lower dantian is expanding. Then, because it's half, of course, you're only expanding half of that. On the second half of the inhaling, E should go from the back of your head, go to your two eyes, and your lower dantian need not just regular expanding, you need to start tightening your anus and you use a little faster, a little strength. Say the whole thing tighten a little bit. That's, I mean, a little strength. At the same time, your yi, move your qi. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, probably there's a two part. The first part, when you come to the back of your head, you already tighten your anus. Is that correct?
No, no.
Okay.
First half, you don't tighten at all.
Then
First half, you don't tighten. Second half, you tighten your anus and you want to think a little more, a little faster.
Teacher, is this the second half, this tighten, is that the Qigong? It's different from the Qigong? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Qigong, okay.
Yes, yeah. That's a little harder one. That not the gradual, not the passive one. It's a more proactively doing that. That's the press, inhaling press. Okay, try it, and then we might have some more questions. Okay. Any Any questions, feedbacks? Easy? Hard? Eugene, you want to say
A question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, question.
The eyes, are
Yeah.
they like or the other exercises or?
Yes, yes, yes. Same. Just like the other exercise, you close halfway. Yes,
And look down.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, since you asked, so I ask you. So, how do you feel? Is it hard? Can you feel something? Can you do it?
Sort of.
Okay.
Sometimes I make mistakes. Like when I press, I do exhale, but I realize that immediately and,
Okay.
and then correct it.
Okay, okay, that's good.
All right.
Good, good. Anyone wants to chime in? Any thoughts? Or say easy, hard, or
I like it.
you like it?
Feels
Okay.
very good. Feel very strongly and very good.
Yes, yeah, you can strong, and definitely when you do it more, you will feel that's more clear. But okay, I should say that with a condition. But for people, you're already clear. It's hard for you to get even clearer. But for people start getting not clear, say the glasses become foggy, it definitely will help you to make you clear. That's for sure. Any other questions?
Teacher, is it okay to look straight instead of looking down?
Straight? Oh yeah, definitely.
Straight
Yeah.
is fine. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Straight,
Yeah.
definitely fine. Straight and fine.
For this practice, I feel like I need to open eyes because the chi is direct to my eyes. I felt like if I half close, it's sort of on the way.
Okay. Yeah. Then that's fine. So because so the theory is that you close, and if the second half of the inhaling forces it to open a little bit more than half close, by all means, yes. That's because the strength coming in. Yeah. But you don't want, say, while you do the second half of the inhaling and you open your eyes. That's no. If it's coming from the chi, the strength to push to make your eyes sort of open, that's fine. In fact, a lot of time you think it's open. Actually, it's not. From the outside, it's not open. Only you feel that your eyes is open or more clearly or swollen a little bit. That's the feeling. Good. Yeah, that means you're starting feeling that.
No, actually not, because I felt like I need to open my eyes to help my chi go to my eyes. But your teaching is good. I will not to do that.
Then you don't want to use the eyelid to help. That's not what we want. And we want it from the back. So just like a press, when we do the lower dantian press, you want to think that it's something push out. It's not your muscle. See, if use that example, if lower dantian use your muscle tighten, it can only make you flat. It cannot make your expand out more than flat. You need sort of something press out, and your muscle needs to be relaxed in order to be able to get pushed out. Same thing here. So your eyelid still halfway, but if you want, like Elaine say, she wants to look at straight, that's fine, but you still relax your eyelid. But then when the second half of the inhaling, you press the chi to your back of eyes, you will feel pushed, feel a little clear, feel that open up, then that's fine. That's if this is from the back.
Okay, thank you.
Good question, good question. We want to differentiate that. Any other questions? Actually, when I'm doing that, I thought about one thing. When I say inhaling halfway, then another half. That's just easy for me to explain to you. More or less, a part of your inhaling go up to here. The second part, not necessarily half, go there. Because some people might think that, oh, I need a little more time for my E go back, go up from South Pole to my back of my head. By all means, doing that. So if you more than half, that's fine. Get prepared, more or less, and then go there. Use the rest. We'll go for. And I mentioned that several times. I want to stress that again. Is now when we're doing techniques, you don't want to do the 100% of your inhaling or exhaling. You want to have a leeway or a little buffer. Then it's easy for you to control. Otherwise, you butt against the wall, and you just have to bounce back. Bounce back has no control. If you lean in and then you have way to come back, that's under your control. So do not use, when I say inhaling all the way, don't do 100%. Otherwise, it's very hard to control the later part. Then some people say, oh, I can go very fast, go up to my back of my head. So the first part, inhaling in terms of length of the time, could be very short. That's fine. But if you really can feel that, and you can bring your chi to here, so that I have more time to do the press, that's fine. So each individual, you can decide which way is better for you, or you can better, I mean, you can feel more, you can really control more. That's in fact, this goes to all the, now it's getting complicated, the techniques. You don't want to do 100%. And when I say halfway, it's easy to explain. You don't have to be measure 50%, 50%. I just want to stress that. Any other questions, feedbacks?
Another question. I realized that when I'm doing the exhale press, it's more like the what we were doing. We're tightening the anus and tightening the sides and tightening the front. Kind of, it's the abdomen is not moving out that much. Do I want to make sure it is moving out, or if it's sending the chi, it feels like it's just sending the chi up more.
Okay. So you say exhaling press, right?
No, the inhale press.
Yeah. So earlier you were saying exhaling. Oh, so inhaling press. Yeah. Inhaling press. The second part of this technique. Yes, definitely. If you need to do more, you don't want expand, because otherwise, if it's the same volume and here you expand, there you don't have. So you want to concentrate on the back of your head. Yes.
But we do want to expand ideally.
You don't want to expand your lower dantian, the second half.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions? Easy or hard or?
I have a question because just Eugene said something about dantian.
Yeah.
When I do this practice, when I inhaling from southpaw, my E direct the chi go to back directly. I did not go through dantian.
Correct.
Did I miss a step?
No, like I mentioned that now when I say inhaling, I'm saying inhaling and expanding your dantian more or less. When I say exhaling, I will say exhaling and you contract your dantian. That's when we inhale, it's more or less we are saying that the abdominal breathing is automatically. Otherwise, when I inhale, if this is abdominal breathing, the lower dantian will expand. That goes without saying. When I inhale, exhale, we contract. That goes without saying. So based on that, so the first part of the inhaling, we move at the same time. So two things, inhale, exhale, breathing, and the E direct. You want to synchronize those two things. So inhaling goes without saying, the lower dantian will expand. Correct? Then at the same time, our E move our Qi from South Pole going up along the governor meridian to back of the head. That's the first half. The second half is we're trying to do something. If we want to do something, meaning, or say automatically, is that you hear, you don't want just like your regular breathing. Now we want to do something. Do something in terms of E. We want to use your E to move our Qi from the back of the head to your eyes. And so his question is that, so normally if I do abdominal breathing or the dantian breathing, when I inhale, my lower ab continue expanding, whether half or continue expanding all the way. So his question is that, because second half of this technique of our breathing, we use E to press. Just like the inhaling press, we will feel pressure on our lower dantian. And I say, correct, but we don't want expand your lower dantian. Or say you can only change a little bit. You don't want to deliberately make it continue expanding just like your abdominal breathing, your regular breathing. Why? Because if you here continue expanding, then you only have, see, if you only have this volume, you move this part here, you don't have much here. If you don't move this, then you have much here. Here means the place or the area that we're focusing on. In this time is our back of head and moving to the eyes. Is that?
I just want to confirm if what I have been practiced is correct.
Okay.
I agree with you. When we inhale from South Pole, definitely our dantian will have some effect, means expand a little bit. But when my E goes to back, actually I felt a little bit expansion in my back. My dantian does not continue to expand like when you do the practice, because my E and my Qi really goes to the back. So
even the first part?
The first part. That's the first part I needed to have expand the entire dantian, because I don't. So I like to confirm if I did something wrong.
Good question. So the first half, we want to as relaxed as possible. Thin, long, relaxed, and smooth. Those important technique. So if we were doing that, then our abdominal, lower dantian, I'm assuming that everybody just doing their autopilot, the abdominal breathing. Is that first, so far so good?
Yes.
So that's the first half. So the abdominal breathing, and only use your yi, thin lungs, relax and smooth to move your qi along the meridian up to here. So you should not feel expand on your back. You only moving your qi to the back of the head. And the second half, because it's the so-called inhaling press. So I forgot which number. We had the inhaling press. So inhaling press, that's the second half of the press. We are pressing our lower dantian. So we press out our dantian because we're focusing on the lower dantian on this location. So the second half when we press, I keep using this as an example, right? So that you press out. But here, this time, it's more advanced. It's we're not at home. I say down here is our home. We go out, we do some press. So you don't want to do two press at the same time. Because you're working your focus on the head press to the eyes. Then at this time, your lower dantian don't want to press out. Because you don't want to press two things at the same time. You don't have leeway. You don't have enough to press two things. Otherwise, it's not focused. So you don't focus here. Don't press here. You focus, you press here. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Because you cannot press. You cannot focus on two things. You focus on two things, that's not focus.
I find that Qigong, my personal thinking is, sometimes if I think so detailedly, it is cause confusion to myself.
Yes. Don't think, so, yeah. Okay, remember I mentioned to you that, actually this is a good question, and I think now when we look back, we say, oh, we understand a lot of Qigong, but then it's only this type of Qigong. When we jump out, before you learn my type of Qigong, your Qigong's idea probably is not this. Your Qigong idea is very vague, very broad, just like the number 17. Don't think it's a meditation. You don't want to think too specific. It's very abstract, very xuan. So that's the one extreme. Here, this particular one, the Qigong for health, it's try to eliminate that confusion, or say abstract, or say hard to learn, or difficult to learn because it's so vague. And we give you step by step, very detailed. So if you learn one step, we break it down to detailed steps. If you learn the steps, then you learn the steps, you definitely can move up. So it's very clear, very practical, as opposed to this one is very vague. But then definitely there's something in between. So say like the number 17 is a little towards here. Based on here, the detailed practical one, and then go there, oh, that's a little vague, a little abstract. But because we have this basic, practical basic, then it's very easy, relatively easier for you to get in here. As opposed to you just come here, vague, don't think, very relaxed, and it's just too vague, too abstract. So a lot of people just can't learn with this method. So here, this method, we go detail extreme, practical extreme. Everybody can do that if you just follow my detail But then, of course, we want to go a little bit here. And once, in fact, this is a part 2. So we know that exactly. Now you want to more or less polish it. Say step by step, seems this is an angle going up. Now you, especially more advanced, you can say, oh, I go up, but I don't go like this. I don't go 90 degrees. I can go just like this, go up. I'm still going up. So that's the vagueness. That's the don't go into the nitty gritty. If you compare with this, you don't have any detail. This is very, very, very detailed, but you want to get into something in between that. So this is more or less, I'm giving you the, like a science, mathematics, 1 you can, has to equal to 1. But something in between here, 1 not necessarily equal to 1, and this is correct. So you need to get that into, so you become more smooth. Then, yes, you know the detail, but you jump out and then look at from above to see that. Then you will see the big picture. Then you will be easier. That's why a lot, you will see that, you will notice that I already saying a lot I didn't even mention, because I'm assuming that, and I think so, you're already doing that, and I don't need to stress that. If I stress that, they will become too focused on that thing, on the basic thing. For example, the inhale expanding, I don't need to mention, because if I start mentioning, that's your focus. That's not our focus. We already passed that. We are focusing on this. And if you don't think that, only think about the inhaling, that's autopilot. You have more questions? Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry to take everybody so much time.
No. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But to me, it is very important at this stage of my study, because I like to confirm if I do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I usually, after my Tai Chi, I usually do the certain parts I really like to do the Qigong from the first part. For instance, Zhen Mai, Du Mai, okay? I inhale from the Dantian. However, if it's Du Mai, I would use my Yi goes to back. When I go to back, maybe accidentally I make some mistake. My Dantian is expanded a little bit, then I continue to expand my back, my Minmen, until go to my neck and go to top of the head. So if that is basically fundamental error, please tell me, I will correct.
Okay, so let me rephrase to see whether I understand that or not. So when you, for example, we do the governor meridian, the lifting qi, or say ti qi, du mai ti qi, right? Du mai ti qi, 2 things: inhaling, breathing, and then Yi direct our qi. So for the breathing, because we're doing the very basic one, the lifting qi, not pressing or the ju qi or ti ju, right? So it's just regular ti qi. That's the first one, the basic one. Yes. So your Yi, 2 things. First you just do your abdominal breathing, inhaling, and then synchronize with your Yi. So for this governor meridian lifting qi technique, your Yi moving up from your south pole, going up to your top, to your Bai Hui, the conjunct point. Then when you exhale, you go back. This here, you don't need to think. Hopefully it's automatically you're doing the abdominal breathing. Abdominal breathing. Don't need to modify at all here. Right? This is the basic lifting.
Okay, I did make a mistake. I should not press when I go to the back.
Yeah, no press. The basic lifting, definitely no press.
All right, thank you.
Make sense?
Yes.
Then lifting and提举, right? So the lifting and the press and the gathering, that's different. Remember, we have to tighten 3 things, and if you go this, you will tighten another 3 things. That's different because we have extra technique doing here and the E and the breathing. So for this one, the E moving up, the first part is same. Second part, because it's a special technique which we're doing here, we want to focus, concentrate on here. The second part of the basic breathing needs to modify a little bit. In here, it's more or less you don't continue expanding because you want to focus on here to press, expanding. Make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. How many?
Yeah, I think why sometimes we confuse because it's still basic question. Because we know Qi Hai is in front, is a point, but the Dantian is most part. I think we are not really understand the Dantian is in front of our abdomen. It's not on the back, right? Dantian, I think we don't understand even Du Mai suppose in the back. Like this time, today's 眼神法 is Du Mai. So we kind of go to Ti Qi, go to Du Mai. Do we go through Dantian? Or we don't have to think about our home. Just automatically from Hui Yin, just go up in the back and go to Bai Hui.
Good.
But still we go, every time we go Ren Mai, Du Mai, we all go through Dantian, even Du Mai, right?
Okay.
I think we understand the definition. What's Dantian, the size, the shape. We know we just use imagination. Yeah, it's so big, bigger, expand is bigger. It's include almost touch to the back, or just in the front, the Dantian, lower front.
Okay.
That's why we confuse.
Okay. So remember in the very beginning, I say definition is very important. So good. You asked the very important part. So for now, I can expand even more. Not like in the beginning. I can expand a bigger picture and then small picture. So for lower Dantian, there's 2 important things. One is the point, which is the Qi Hai.
Yeah.
And then Dantian, lower Dantian now, I give you, or say Dantian in the very beginning, the first few class, when I say Dantian, meaning lower Dantian. Lower Dantian is that area around that point. Qi Hai is the center, and Dantian is that point, that area along that point. Whether this big or this big, different people feel differently. That's the definition. No size, but it's around that point. So for middle Dantian, 2 things. What are the 2 things? The point, 中软, which is 4 finger width above your belly button. That's the point. Where's the middle Dantian? That area around that point. Same thing on the upper Dantian. The point is Tanzhong, which is the line up your nipple and the center. That's the point. And the upper Dantian is the area, center around that area.
Right.
Right? So that's the definition. Then the abdominal breathing, or say Dantian breathing, When I say dantian breathing, of course, meaning the lower dantian breathing, the basic dantian breathing, or say abdominal breathing. The difference is that you add your E. Abdominal breathing is no E at all because singing, wind instrument, or even kids, that's just the physically, which is the breathing. When I say dantian breathing, that means we add a little E. But the physically inhaling, expanding, exhaling, contract, that's goes without saying. Can't assume that. When you inhale, your lower dantian will expand. When you exhale, your lower dantian will contract. Is that a consensus? Can I assume that? How many?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, okay. So I can, yeah, and I believe that everybody's, so when I can, assuming that, so when I say inhale, I don't need to say inhale, expand your lower dantian.
Right.
Right, yes. Because why you don't say it's clear? Because if I say that, then the focus will be on the wrong place. That goes without saying.
Mm-hmm.
Inhaling, when I say inhaling, definitely is abdominal breathing, definitely is dantian breathing, definitely will expand. So that's don't need to say, don't need to mention. If I mentioned, then your focus will be on the wrong place. So, yeah. For example, today's, yes, it's part of the Dumai, the governor meridian, but I don't need to mention that because only a path. So when we inhaling, this lower dantian will automatically expand. Then what's the two parts? Always the two parts. Breathing, inhaling or exhaling or press or concentrate, that's the breathing. And then the E, that's another part. We want to synchronize these two parts. Basically, it's all techniques like this. So that's why I say, normally I will say the first part, inhale or exhale. So in this case, inhale. I don't need to say anything. Okay? Because that's automatically. This,
right, automatically.
Then I say the second part, which is this part, the E. E goes from South Pole along the back, governor meridian, up to your back. That's the path. Your E, direct your chi along the back to where? The first part.
To
second
the back.
part, you continue inhaling because you want to synchronize. Continue inhaling and your E from back of head goes to your eyes. Then you finish. Your E finished, your inhaling finished. Whether you have 2 parts or 3 parts or how many parts, doesn't matter as long as synchronize. You're inhaling and the end of the E to your eyes in this particular technique. That's it. Then exhaling, then you go back. Is that clear? Or
yeah, my question is, Ren Mai today, Ren Mai Du Mai, but today is kind of Du Mai. So automatically we will go through Dantian, Xia Dantian, no matter Ren Mai, Du Mai, the path always go through this Xia Dantian. But the Zhong Dan, Sang Dan, but those 2 points is special for Ren Mai only, right? It's not for Du Mai. Du Mai is always in the back. Is that true?
Du Mai is always to the back.
In the
and
back.
Du Mai is the front. That's the Mai, that's the location. So
right.
don't.
So Dan or Sang Dan, but not on the path of do my, right?
Of course. That's the point on the 任脉. Definitely is not.
它的下丹田 no matter 任脉 or 督脉 everything is at home, so everything is go through 下丹田 丹田下丹田
Everything goes through that 下丹田. So,
the path, right?
so let me jump out. Seems, see whether this is correct. Seems you are trying to do a summary. We're talking about the eye spirit, the 眼神法. You are trying to say how that relates to my upper dantian, median dantian, lower dantian, and my the Appoint Meridian, 任脉, government Meridian. You try to summarize that. Do not think too much. Do not try to relate this to your. We're not for today's. We're not talking about upper dantian, not lower dantian, middle dantian, not lower dantian specifically. Working on something on lower dantian. We're not doing that. Right? So that's another class. So do not mix, match, or say, or seems you're trying to do a summary. Summary is very difficult first.
Right, I don't do the summary today, but today my question is, wait from, you said that from southpaw, go by E, go directly to the back of my head.
Yes.
But today, we still use the path is do my. So we will go through the path, including dantian, 下丹田, right?
Teacher, I think I know where the confusion is. Han Meiling, when you do the do my, you do not go through Qi Hai. It's to the Mingmen, from South Pole to Mingmen, you do not go through Qi Hai.
Right, well, I'm talking about the dantian, not Qi Hai. I understand Qi Hai just at one point, but I think we sometimes confuse about the dantian, okay?
So when you do the do my, you do not go through the 下丹田. 下丹田, teacher just explained, it's the point around the Qi Hai.
Right, but we don't go through 下丹田.
It's from South Pole to the Mingmen directly when you do the do my.
But the path, you have to 经过这个 the path, right?
You don't go through Qi Hai. You don't go through the front. Yeah.
气还是丹田?
Dantian is the definition, is the area around Qi Hai.
Right.
I saw the teacher said that without saying it went to the 下丹田. Even
we all go through 下丹田, even
that's what I understood.
Okay, so
that's what I understood.
You say I have two sides, right? One side is the breathing, one side is the E.
E.
Okay, so now let me reverse the thing. Say E first. E, going from your south pole along your back, going up through your pelvis, if I want, I can give you more, say go through your 仙骨, go through your 命门, go through your 夹肌, go through your 灵台, go through, then up to your back of your head. All those points that I mentioned are the points along the government meridian, 督脉. Then your E, second part is going from your back of your head, go to your eyes. That's your E. Is that clear? This part?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. So then we 50% there. Second part, breathing. I already said that. Breathing, and you already said that. Breathing, when we say breathing in, you expand your lower dantian. Yes?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So I'm explaining the second half, this side. So I say inhale, then you expand your dantian, lower dantian. Only when your E is doing the press from the back of head to your eyes. Your breathing, or say your dantian, needs to modify a little bit, not just continue effortless expanding. What are this modification? Tighten a little bit, a little faster, a little strength. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't think about the other things. Is that so far so good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Don't think any other things for this. If you have question on other technique, we can talk about that technique. But today's is very clear. Should be very clear, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So so focus on one thing at one time. So because this is definitely very detail oriented, and we focus on one thing and you get it right, and then later on it's the whole thing. But for now you don't want mismatch things. Yeah. But I definitely can see that it's very easy to relate other things. That's good. We will think about that. Then we bring back or say, oh, today we're doing the eye spirit. Okay, get the two things, two sides correct. Then we're doing that. Yes. Good. Any other questions? Try it again. Try it again. Now we get this very clear and focus on these two sides. Try it again. You might feel different. Remember I mentioned that when whether you inhale or exhale, when we're doing specific technique, don't need to be up to your 100% of your breathing, your limit. That will be harder for you to relax or doing things. Okay. Any feedbacks? A little different than last time? Now it's easy or hard or any other sensation? When we're up to here, do you feel, you close your mouth and the tongue touch the ceiling of your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you feel anything around that area as well? Or first, how you feel that your...
I almost feel like it's like 灌气 to my eyes. It feels similar. It's just that we're doing it during the inhale instead of the exhale, like the last time.
Yeah. So 灌气 means passing the qi to there. Yeah.
And lately, because I have been doing more of the, the teaching of the Ren Mai and Du Mai, I'm getting more feeling in my head. So I think I mentioned once, but I feel like I can hear some sounds in my sinus and things going up. And when I do this, I have the same feeling. I can hear something in my sinus and along my head, in my head. Yeah.
So things is moving.
Yeah.
So you are more sensitive to your body. Here, yeah, sinus is definitely there's a lot of liquids, and then your whole body, yes, definitely. Yeah, that's good. And how about anything, so salivas and change? No? Okay. Yeah. So yes, definitely this is on your head. Oh, so when you mentioned your head has some more sensation. So after you done with the Qigong practice for that day, do you still feel something here?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So there's my other class, someone feels now more regularly, especially if we're doing the Ren Mai or Du Mai going up. Feel his head still has the qi sensation even after finish the practice. So my suggestion is that for him, before you finish, so you finish everything, before you step out, do more, say 10 or 15 of those, the number 3, which is Dantian breathing. You just focus on your qi hai and do the abdominal breathing. Then it's a lot better than not. It's not uncomfortable, but he's just still feeling the qi sensation there. Yeah. So you want to get it down to here. Any other questions? Albert? Huang?
Yes. I think basically during the second half of inhale, I feel the pressure come towards behind my eyes.
Okay.
And interesting things is when I start to exhale, that's where the feeling of the qi is the strongest, which means that the qi, I feel the qi goes to my head as well as goes to my hand. And that's
good.
What happened.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely. Remember I said any qi sensation along the path of your yi is correct, is right, and you're doing right. And you're even saying very specifically, you can even feel that on the eyes. Then that's even more pronounced, more clear. That's good. You don't have to feel that while you're doing the inhaling breath. Yeah. So that definitely, the feeling, the sensation definitely is because of that. The inhaling press. To when you go back. So you think that, remember I just mentioned, so you go here, it just more or less you bounce back. That's good. Any other questions? Easy, hard? Of course, need more practice in order to get more feel of it. Okay, so next week I'm going to go to Acadia. So next week we will not have class because I asked and I checked. They do have Wi-Fi, but a lot of comments is Wi-Fi, but it's not stable. I don't want to just here off and on, so it's not worth it. So we were going to cancel next week's class, and the next class will be the 4th, October 4th. Yeah. And for Elaine, she's gonna go to Taiwan, and so besides that, then October 4th, you can still zoom in from Taiwan, right?
I think it'll be too late. It's midnight, so I will watch you. I will watch your recordings.
Oh yes. The time. Yeah, I forgot that. Yes, 2 o'clock doesn't make any sense. Or maybe in the first week. Oh, not first. So because usually in the first week you still is in Boston time, so you're probably still awake. No, I was just kidding. Yes. It's
okay.
confusing. Yeah. Okay. So stay at home, practice.
Okay, have a good week.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
为什么他不懂我的那个问题呢？
没有单元就是前面。
可是你读了也是要经过那个时候，他以前是这样说的呀。
那个这个。
Have a good vacation.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Bye.